Hello and welcome back. Okay, so we are at Thunderstead. It's day 453. There's still some time until the next sacrifice can trigger. And we still have a level 13 beggar who has realized his potential, so we need to convert him. So hopefully we can do that. Anywho, I've sold some things here, but not everything, so I think we head to Lugnistead actually and sell things. That also gives us some time to repair the stuff that we have. And after that, I may consider perhaps this place, Rallying Stone of the Elders, or this place, Reaver's Base Camp. I mean, that should be easier, right? Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. In any case, I guess we go on to Hornwold. However, there's one thing I will do first. I think it's time to replace the Drill Sergeant. Maybe I should have done this earlier. So I like the Drill Sergeant, I really do. However, I think I will get the Surgeon. I usually don't, which may be a mistake, but let's get the Surgeon here. Makes every man without a permanent injury guaranteed to survive an otherwise fatal blow. So yeah, take that. And maybe I should have indeed gotten him earlier. That would have given us a better chance with Ludger the brain damage wannabe to actually get brain damage. So there are some permanent injuries that are really nasty, but there are others that you can live with. So if indeed someone were to die, well, we say die, but get struck down and come back with an injury, that will be actually fine in some situations, and especially now, and especially in this origin where replacing your numbers is a bit difficult at times, at least if you don't have cocaine, and we don't. I think that's a good call. So let's do so. Let's go to Hornwold. We also now have the legendary flail from the artifact reliquary, so at some point I want to get someone who can use that. But the priority will be in finding a sergeant. So with that in mind, there is a cultist here. Now, will he be a sergeant? Probably not. But we'll see. There's also a famed weapon here. It's not very good though, and we don't even currently have the money for once. We will skip that. I will get a few provisions though. Okay, free to helm the cultist. Is there a chance he's actually a bannerman? He has 59 resolve, fearless, and a star. Well, there was a chance, but he isn't one. He just doesn't have the leadership perk group. Well, that's a bit sucky. So otherwise he's not very good, so I will let him go. Oh well, that's too bad. He tried his best, and it wasn't good enough. Anyways, so we are at 18. So obviously the space is limited. So if it comes to it, whom will I let go? I think at this point we'll just let someone die instead of firing them, but I might change my mind. Someone like Swain here I could see letting go. However, having both Berserk and Unstoppable with polearms sounds intriguing enough to me, so at the moment at least that will not happen. And knowing how things have been going in this run, sooner or later someone will die. So that will take care of that so-called problem. Okay, we see an undead group, and they actually want to fight us for some reason. So they have Ancient Palatini. Okay, now's a chance for me to refresh my memory of just exactly how tough those are. Because I did skip this camp here and this camp here with a ton of Ancient Palatini inside. Farid is using this new helmet that I have, so if I want him in, I guess I should switch that. Not sure if I care about that, to be honest, though. Surely we can beat this group without having one elite bro in. I think we'll just go with this lineup, make no changes here. What happened here? That's strange. Is this a champion? This is probably a fallen hero champion. For some reason there's no text. Okay, so Palatinus. Do all of them come with shields? So they're like kind of like legionaries. Kind of. I know I should know and remember these things at this point, probably. This is my third run of Reforged, though it's the first one with Hardened. In any case, let us wait. 16 enemies. Indeed, it was a fallen hero champion and has a famed two-handed flail. Well, we could have used that way earlier. I mean, we still might, but now we also have the sensor of the diviner. Okay, so Palatini can come with backline weapons. Alright. One with the shield rebuke, exploit opening, etc, etc, etc. So the fallen hero champion, am I afraid? Not really, not in this fight, I don't think. There is also the soldiers. In any case, I guess I could use Onslaught or do nothing so far with Helmer. Well, I can also reposition for Inspiring Presence. I think I'll just reposition. So like maybe there. That blocks a bit perhaps though. Move here. And actually, let's even go this far. I think it will be fine. I'll use the tactician abilities later, yeah. Okay, I suppose I will do that. Keep that weapon as well. Go for that one, because I want the Inspiring Presence to affect Hakon. Yeah, flails would be good against the Ancient Palatini, so we'll see if this is good enough to actually build someone around. Though if so, I don't really have the room. We'll see. Alright. Let's use this. And this one should die easily enough, so we go for this one instead. Okay. My voice is already struggling for some reason. Anyways, I'll actually disarm this one, I guess. Okay, I did say we'll deal with this one easily, but Dieter does not agree. Okay, the public shaming worked. Alright, let's deal with this fight. Let's get it over with. Riposte did a thing. Hooray. Oh, the rain is interfering here. Interfering with the efforts. Come on, guys. You can do it. You can do it. I guess I could break the shield. But I don't need to. There we go. So, famed flail. Okay, I've seen better, so it's probably not getting used. More armor damage. And less weight. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Let's carry on. It's going to take so long repairing that helmet. In any case, here we are at Lugnistead. And conveniently enough, local holiday plus ambushed trade routes. So now we make bank. I could still use some of those attachments, so let's not sell those. Yeah, I can sell the regular two-handed flail there, since we have a better one. I will sell the Shield Breaker of Defiance, I think. Goodbye. Don't care about this helmet, I don't think, so it can go. And I don't care about the occult robes. I will keep the robes of divination, though. And for now, maybe keep the adorned mail shirt. Okay, up to 22,000 again. Oh, how I wish I could just increase the inventory capacity. I mean, that would make the game easier, of course, but... Anyways. I mean, surely there are mods for that, but yeah, let's not use those. In Legends, of course, there are multiple ways of increasing inventory capacity. So that's one reason, well, one aspect of Legends I like more than Reforged. I'll sell these two armors, I think, and also that. Make some space here. 110. I mean, I don't know, I don't need those. I have the famed ones. I have this one here, for example, which isn't used by anyone who matters. Okay, so there we go. Let's check the recruits. So once again, I could try to get brain damage if I don't find a dumb person. There's a cultist here, though. This guy's dumb. He has leadership. Hello, Wolfgang. And let's check out Ivor the Mad as well. Okay, Ivor the Mad, you will be skipped. This guy, though, doesn't look very good. 1 star 43 resolve. So, yeah. I think I will try to go for a better one. That's the absolute min roll for resolve, and only 1 star. Didn't do... well, hit points and fatigue are good. But the melee things are nearly min rolled as well, so I think we can do far better than this guy. So yeah. Goodbye, Wolfgang. Anyways, I guess if I really wanted to, I could try to get brain damage on even Swordmasters, but they're so expensive at the moment that I will pass on that. I guess we pass on everyone here. 3 Skull Thieves. That can spawn champions. It will also make us money and experience. I guess I'll take it. I'll take it. Northeast. You also see undead running around. Running about. Okay, so for 3 skulls this is easy. Unless there's a necromancer, in which case it's still going to be kind of easy. Well, I say that now. So there is a swordmaster there, but he's not a champion, so we'll be fine. This is, I believe, a leveling fight, so let's leave out Fahad for Walther, who has impressive ranged skill, but maybe not all that much going for him otherwise. Anyways, I suppose this is the lineup. Yeah. And I don't need nets, but we do have some in case the need does arise for the swordmaster. There is no necromancer. I like it how, since they have these throwing weapons, they're going to get closer to you. Which is not a good idea for them. Hello, already engaged. That's nice. I'll just begin doing things here. Why are you wavering, Carolus? Carolus, why? Okay, where's the swordmaster though? Why are you hiding, swordmaster? There you are. There you go. That's the spirit. Oh, you're not dead. Impressive. So I forgot about maulers there. Get riposte. Oh, okay. Never mind, don't get riposte. That is just rude. Trying to disarm the dagger there, so... Well, I guess it wouldn't matter, we have the blitzkrieg. But puncturing is not nice. Not a fun time. Once again, I forgot about the... Well, I'll remember. I'll remember when it matters, surely. I promise. Okay. Carolus, level 17. I'll go with hit points, I think. He's doing mostly fine with fatigue. He does have battle flow and finesse and the voice of Davkul to help him. Swain, level 8. Pick some melee defense for once. And let's pick leverage. There's also this group of undead here. I guess we'll deal with them. Same lineup. So now that I don't have the... Why am I blanking? I don't have the retinue member that I just dismissed. The people in reserves who don't partake in fights will get angry over time, or disappointed, sad. They'll feel sad that they're left out. So that's not really a huge problem, but it's a thing to keep in mind. But of course, 3 of the slots, I guess, is the word to use, maybe, are occupied by indebted. So, in that way, it doesn't really matter. In any case, let's see if I can do something a bit more exciting than this today. Probably I can. Okay, back to Lukmistad. The holiday is over. Well, nothing good lasts forever. But then again, nothing bad lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. Also, I'll buy back... let's see. Did I sell that? No, I didn't. It's here. Okay. Never mind. May even be that I, at some point, will want to use those oath-taker items. Maybe, I don't know. Also, I should equip this on an indebted. So there we go, I guess. So many things. Am I ever using fire pots? I don't think I will. So I could just sell them. I think I like to keep the flash pot and the smoke pot though. I mean, in some fights it might be okay. I could now sell the second-hand gun. Since my gunner, unless I get quick hands, can't really make use of that. I don't know. We'll see. Keep it for now. So yeah, there's two of these. I'll sell one of them. Will I ever use this? I can replace that if so. Also sell one of these Blade Dancer's head wraps and Spolas. I'll sell one of them. I don't know. Maybe I'm just wasting space for no reason, keeping these bolas around for a hypothetical thrower in the future. It's kind of true. Kind of true. I can always get more bolas. Okay, fine. I'll get rid of them. We can get more. So yes, I should be crafting as well. Bone plating. Fur padding as well, I guess. Let's make like at least 4. And that's a lot of inventory space occupied again. We could make one more. Is 5 too many? I mean, eventually I'll get enough battle-forged pieces that might be even called for. Okay, I'll make the one more. It's better to be safe than sorry or something. And then I'll sell that. Sell those. So, nah, let's make the better throwing nets, I guess. Fine, let's do that. Better throwing nets. Okay, that's some space for us. Also, yes, the fire pots. I'll sell them, I think. They'd be okay in fights against multiple humans, maybe. I don't know. I'm sure they can be used effectively in some manner, but in our current team, I don't think such a need will arise, nor is there a specialized bro for doing something like that. Anyways, so Parit's helmet is still being repaired. But of course I can in a pinch, just use something like this instead. And it's day 455. The last sacrifice was 14 days ago, so there's still time. There's a week. Let's go to Hammer Den and then see about the Reaver's base camp, perhaps. So one of the priorities is getting Necrosavant parts, and, well, that's a long trek. It's the south. I think once we have the sacrifice at the latest, we'll go there, because we will need an indebted again. Unless, for some reason, there's someone else getting sacrificed, which happened last time. Okay, they have one Skull Alps, it seems. No, they don't. Never mind. Heathen's Secret Circle to the east. I'll pass on that. Okay, nothing at the Armorer. And I don't think I care about these recruits, unless maybe this guy would be dumb. Yes, discovered talent. Yeah. Would need to get him brain damage, and he's unlikely to be good even with that. With that discovered talent. So I will pass. So yeah, I could have tried to farm the inventory upgrade event from that. Would it be worth the effort, though? I am unsure. Anyways, Reaver's base camp. Okay, that is very tough. Since there's Frost Unholds. I would imagine there's only 4, but who knows, it might be up to 6. 3 champions, many chosen. Okay, well, is it time for people to die? Is this a good idea? No. Let's still do it. Top lineup in. That means you for it. So someone sits out. It's you, Swain. You sit out. And I will switch this helmet. Equip that there because of the drunkards. I guess if I really want this to be safe, I should also have that there. Alright, so yeah. I think if I use nets, those should be used on the Frost Unholds. That makes sense to me. More than they should be used on the chosen champions, to be honest. But we'll see. Also, last time it was kind of inconvenient for us for Leonhard to be way on the edge. So the same might be true here. So I might just position him differently. Maybe something like this, actually. Or I guess in the front, that's fine-ish. So even Dieter has a net. Not sure if that's correct, but that's the case. Right into the front. Okay, never mind. Horik, you step out. Step away. Unless I want to do something like that. So Mattis does deal damage, but I think still... Well, at least in this fight, it's probably better to use those nets. If there were less Frost Unholds, I might change my mind. Carolus is way over there. So he's kind of out of reach of Helmer, but we can position him. actually do that. Something like this, maybe? Yeah, I think we'll go with that. I could even eat some mushrooms. Or Horik, or Fahad, or even both. I mean, you don't want to always be eating these. But then again, we haven't eaten even once. You can get sick. I don't remember if you can get addicted. You can with potions. Can you with mushrooms? I think I don't do that though. Not here. Alright, will someone die? Maybe. Okay, so 4 frost unholds. That's kind of good positioning for us, other than these two. But we can move Hakon here to the front to take the stuns. Or I could use the nets. I think we move Hakon there. So Leonhard in domes like there. And we use the Blitzkrieg stuff later on. Eurge, the Wolf Claw. Famed armor there. We'll wait and see. We'll not use the Blitzkrieg yet, I think. But how far are they willing to move? So now if I move there, I mean that's a... I mean if anyone's going to handle that, it's Leonhard. But yeah, champion. We know we can kill them semi-quickly though. I'm considering already engaging here with Sven, that keeps his decisiveness. So if I move Leonhard there, it's a pretty good chance actually that the Frost Unholds just, now that the way is blocked, just start flanking us instead. Oh well. And it would be nice to utilize the big mace against the champions as well, but I think I need him over here. Could also pull back a bit with everyone who isn't Leonhard. Maybe that's the call. Move like 2 tiles back. Yeah, I think we'll move 2 tiles back here. Or maybe even 3. If I do that, I can't use the obstacles to my advantage, really, but that's fine. So if I do that, do I even need Hakon over here for these two? Maybe not. Because I can use the nets and just engage with them if I'd like. Really depends on if they actually go for Leonhard. If even one of them goes for him, they might both ignore him. So I could engage there, yes. Split shield 20. So really 10. He also has a backup shield. Well, this is good practice for you, Leonhard, because this is by far easier than the Black Monolith northern flank, I'd say. Okay, this time I think we will be doing the backing off, but I'll still wait. The decisiveness is not that important, I think. So let's see how far these ones, for example, go. Will that change my decision here? Because they can reach all the way here. And in that case, I may do something different. It seems they're not willing to go further than that. Alright. So I'll back off 2 tiles in like this direction. And use Leonhard there. With the indom. He'll just be indoming the whole fight, basically. He can keep it up, because the Voice of Davkul is plus 10 fatigue for him. Well, minus 10 if we're being accurate. Completely accurate. And we'll see how this works out. I'll move Hakon like... Well, I mean, that's fine. Sure, you can move there. I could move 1 tile to already use the Voice of Davkul, but there's really no point. Like 0 point. You can actually, now that this is open here, move there. I'll move only 1 tile with Berthwin, actually. He's vigilant. And actually Sven maybe stays put. Not sure if it really matters. No, let's move 1 tile. Carlos moves 1 tile there, I'd say, instead of 2. So Matt is behind him. Hard there. I could go here as well. Is that any better? There's not a huge difference, of course. Let's just do that. For vigilant reasons, it's marginally better, right? So I get 3 AP now. I get 2 AP from here. Okay, yeah, the way is blocked for the Frost Unhold, so it gets a bit messy. And the AI usually doesn't want to completely go for a tank, but I may be wrong here. We'll see if he can actually handle that. If he can't, then he's not fit to be our tank in the Monolith. Frost Unholds are holding. Okay. What I should have done probably is just use the Whirling Death there and backed off 1 tile. So that's mistake number 1. Unless, well, maybe there's something I'm missing. Of course, when you make mistakes, it's important to be able to recognize them. But actually being able to recognize them is not easy all the time. So, well, you get what I mean. Anyways, I could move here, use the net on the Frost Unhold. Am I using the Blitzkrieg already though? In that case, I just use the Rolling Death to move there. I mean, probably I am using the Blitzkrieg now, so... It's a bit better, is it? Also, this one is maybe the more important one to net. Just to delay it, stunning someone. Then again, does it matter if I'm using the... No, it doesn't. But it doesn't matter because I'm using Hold Steady. Apparently they are no problem. But I want to use the net on something. So I guess I actually use it on the... yeah, sure. The champion, in that case. Now I'm regretting having a net on Dieter. Going a little bit overboard, maybe, with those. I mean, it's not bad. Acts in 2. It's a little bit messy, though, if I take that spot specifically. Oh, if only you had... well, no. You'd need... well, yes, one more action point. So I could do both these things. Use Whirling Death now, I guess. And then we wait, actually, instead of deciding. Yeah, that's kind of convenient for us. So yeah, let's go ahead and use the Blitzkrieg, I'd say. Though there's definitely an argument to be made for using it later. But it does deal with these two, because I can use the Hold Steady guaranteed next round. The only problem is that the other two are, well, going somewhere. All of these weapons have a split shield attack as well, so we'll see if 2 shields is enough here. I mean, I should be able to kill the Chosen semi-quickly. Unless something. Anyways, enough of them have engaged. It's important to deal with them quickly, so let's go ahead and use that. Do I also use Onslaught now or later? I think later. So you do nothing else. We're waiting. Okay, well that is your choice to make. I can also wait. Look at me, Mom. I'm waiting. Without hands. You don't wait though, since you're decisive. And also bolstering reasons, though that was an unimpressive bolster. For each... will I get another target? After Hakon deals with this one. To activate Berserk. That would be pretty nice for Hakon. In any case, I can wait. That's only 81 though. I think I still go for it. So there we go. Okay, that's a disarming target. Potentially, it's also Carolus' damage target, though. But yeah, I'm using Blitzkrieg, so it doesn't matter. We just go for damage. You wait and you wait. You don't wait because of second wind reasons. Okay, now I use the net there and... just the bands, I guess. Do I want to go further than one tile? Does it matter? It's going to matter a little bit because the Frost Unholds cannot be parried. Only a little bit though. Do I want to use Randolph here? That's the problem. Well, that's the question. I'll just move there. It's gonna be fine. I think Carolus, can you still get a target right next to you? Theoretically, yes. So you can still wait. And Indoming is your life. Yes, that is a lot of adrenaline. We'll see how that works out for you. Okay, instead of decapitation, I think I will switch into the other weapon, though, yeah. Swing from there makes sense to me. Nice. Sadly, once again this happens, so Farid cannot attack during the first round of combat. Kind of the same mistake, a little bit, that I did last time as well, against barbarians in a camp. Go for this one. Don't use the riposte, because you're faster than they are. Okay, so how do I best utilize Farid? Who doesn't have Berserk? So where is the best spot to use him in? Currently we don't have 3 allies for Fahad, yeah. Though, do I want to move Hakon there? That's a possibility. No, I think Hakon is better suited. Well, I don't know. The hammer is obviously good against these frost unholds. I think I move here with Farid. Yeah. You miss an 86. Okay, so if I want to utilize Mattis, so now would be a decent time to use a net. There's not that many good targets though, maybe this one. So I get Carolus a decent shot of even killing him now. Don't need to use nets on these two. Okay, fine, I'll use that. Then you actually engage instead of getting a next net, I'd say. There's going to be time for netting later. Yeah, at this point I will actually lower the combat speed. $94 miss. So yeah, if I want to kill this one before he can have a shot at someone... Well, Sven can do it, I guess. There's no disarm on this one. So I'm going to get another target for Fahad here, if I kill this with someone else. Anyways, I think it makes sense for Horik to reposition. This time, unlike last time, I would like to avoid being constantly staggered by the unholds. So in that case, maybe I use him here. Take care of this one. Like so. And then you hold position, probably. Okay, and that's a disarm, I'd say. And a bit of damage, and then you end. Alright, so I want to use this net so that your damage goes up, as well as you get the... Well, actually it doesn't matter what the other double grip bonus is for you. So I'm going to use the hold steady. I don't know, it's not really that much of a loss if you lose out on 20% damage. Not for Randolph, I'd say. So I guess we actually hold the net, because we don't need to use it here, and there's still 2 frost unholds there somewhere. So you just attack, I guess. Attack and end there. And now we hold steady here. So that did miss when... Well, you can't have everything. Also, obviously, Mrs. Leonhard. pretty soon I will need to start using the voice of Davkul. But I could use the onslaught. That helps us deal with the barbarian chosen, so I guess we use that straight away. And sadly that will not be a berserk activation. I think we still go for it. Is a stun in any way better? I think we can just kill pretty easily, so don't bother. And then just end there. He says a 32, okay. There we go, Farid is doing things. So now I can choose between all of these. Smite might make the most sense though, since it's the least amount of stamina spent. So do it. This guy will be dead, we don't need to worry about him. I think we don't use adrenaline, it seems like unnecessary. Decent amount of initiative as well, actually. This guy should be dead pretty soon. The one thing I did here, I guess it was semi-unavoidable, is now that I don't have 3 allies for Fahad. But he likely wants to reposition anyway, so it's not a big deal. These ones are locked in place, probably. So they can try to move away. Okay, you just end. Do that. Do you want to engage a Frost Unhold? I think there's probably not much point in moving on a Frost Unhold there. We probably also skip the riposte, despite it potentially hitting that. Let's do that, switch weapon. Okay, miss an 88, sadly. But Fahad can potentially kill this one. So yeah, getting fatigued out. The thing is though, they're likely to stagger Bertwin, so their riposte will be active for quite a while. I guess I'll use it. Also, I don't know, maybe this guy does indeed go for Bertwin. He's going to be alive and he'll do that. Anyways, you're gonna die now, I'd say. Sure, use that, and then you wait. That's a decent spot. I wonder if any spot is better. Doesn't really look like it matters much. So if I save that spot, then Horik can move there next round. Unlikely to really make a difference, I'd say. You're dead. So I can still reposition for 5. Maybe there? So currently 3 allies, that will change though. Guess I actually wait. See if I can get into a spot where any of that will matter. Chance 27. Shield break. 46, 40. Well, they're not hitting and the Indom is there. This guy did hit. Just the staggering. Okay. So yeah, if they do start hitting, then Leonhard is going to be in trouble. He's also getting fatigued out, of course. Okay, so there's the Frost Unhold and there's the Frost Unhold. So this one won't have a path to us yet. Probably goes around. Maybe goes to the middle though. This one cannot stun anyone because we're holding steady. Well, Sven isn't. Anyways. So obviously we will need help on Leonhard. But is Mattis the one to provide it? So now I could get the next net out. I think it's probably better to just deal damage at this point. If I engage with this one, I'm putting Mattis at a bit of a risk. I'm also blocking Farid from reaching it. If I go here, then that's more of a risk. If I go here, I can't. So if I move, then Fahad, well, Fahad can also reposition. They're likely to do their rotation things here. So Sven is their target for a while. Frost Unhold probably jumps here. Could also move there. That keeps the spot open for Farid. Can start dealing with the Chosen instead of the Unholds. There's also one Chosen there. Yeah, Carolus starts going for this one, I guess. Yeah, let's do this. And yeah, it makes sense to position Fahad here, I'd say. We'll have at least 2 targets, probably 3. It's also Chosen there. Alright, well, that's good for us. Anyways, Carolus will have a target, so I guess I just go for the kill here. Randolph is still holding onto his net, but could use it. I think I will, though if I do, I still can't attack. Though Randolph probably won't kill Urge, but Dieter will easily, so I think now we use the net on one of these Frost Unholds. I'll go ahead and do that. Hi there. Didn't anticipate that happening. Okay, getting a bit lucky maybe. 35-32. I've said this in the past. If Mattis dies, I'm not really going to be that bummed out by that. He semi-likely will at some point, probably. Despite having anticipation and parry. We'll see though. Okay, now use the pummel. Good move. And now I could go for the adrenaline, and I think I probably will. Getting fatigued out, of course. Okay, there's the stun. Yeah, I suppose I should have taken that into account. That's a potential mistake. It's not a huge one, I'd say. But if I had gone for split damage there, then that wouldn't have happened. Anyways. Okay, so 20-ish chances there. Okay, I'll split the damage here, I think. Though, are you headhunting? You are headhunting. Never mind. Just kill. Now it's time to Voice of Davkul. Start moving as well for inspiring presence reasons, though we probably need to recover before anything like that can happen. Okay, Leonhard is also holding. Don't really want to engage there, so I guess I go for this one. Or this one. I think here, actually. That means Farid handles this one. The Frost Unhold. Which is fine, I should say. Alright. No damage there. So yeah, they have huge armor. This is going to take a while. Let's switch shield. Erdwin will need to switch the not switch the recover pretty soon. I suppose I will passing step though. Though yeah, I can do this. So I can engage this one, so it doesn't stun someone, and then the way is clear for it to go against this one. I'm going to lose out on the 3 allies again though, with Fahad if I do so, but oh well, it is what it is. Not sure if this is better. Could also move there. Do that. Having like 1 or even 2 more heavy weapons to deal with armor would be pretty nice. So maybe I should have used Riposte here, since that's basically the build. They'll likely go for Mattis though, who knows. If I do this, well, I guess the Chosen will probably engage with Dieter. Anyway, so sure, let's do it. Alright, Farid with the adrenaline is first. Can I actually go here? Yes, I can. But I think I'll go with the plan, so go up against this one. This Chosen is going for a flank. That really shouldn't matter. I don't think it will. There we go. And now, since you're getting really fatigued out, don't do anything else. Oh, he really wants to die. Well, that's fine with me. Well done. The problem here is that we can be thrown now. And even thrown twice, so we'll see. Might get in trouble with someone like Horik. Well, we'll just have to deal with it if that happens. Yeah, they're going for that move, but then again, that wouldn't have been a riposte. Okay, Sven can actually do things. Well done. Knocked away there, it doesn't really matter much. Might need to recover though. So here, as long as no one gets thrown, we will next round have 2 attacks. I'll just wait though. Let's see what happens. Because now we might be getting thrown. Yes. And knocked away. Okay, that's not good. Stunned and injured. 56. Yeah, that's not good at all. The unholds messing with your positioning, your formation is I think the biggest danger in these fights. And so I'll see if I can for once activate Berserk, I think. So wait for Dieter to attack first. Yeah, it's possible Carolus even dies. But there's only... Well, no, it's 3. It's 3 of them that can go for him. Well, actually, technically 4. I mean, he's fine-ish so far. But also a Frost Unhold with nearly intact armor is blocking the way for us to actually help. Okay, this is a recover since I can't really do anything anymore. It seems like I can't, if I move, I can't really get 3 allies for hard anyway. If that's a kill, it's kind of fine. I'll do the non-decapitation attack though. So yeah, running out of fatigue. Yeah, I may have made a positioning error, not taking into account enough that we can be thrown like this. Because now it doesn't really help much that Leonhard is here to hold them. I guess I could have done a knockback move. That would have been a bit safer for Carolus. He knocked away. Well, we can probably get the Berserk. But then I go for something other than attacking a Frost Unhold. Yeah, the Frost Unholds are the problem. If they're just chosen, they're dangerous, but they can't mess with you quite the same way. So I need to deal with the so-called squishies first, I'd say. It's going to take way too long to deal with the Frost Unhold, so I think I may move like here so I can start dealing with these. Help Carolus. That means not attacking though, if I do that. Yeah, it means not attacking. Is there any better move to make? Could go for this guy, Scalag. He is a problem, yes, but he's not getting to Carolus, though they do have the ridiculous rotation ability. 3 AP, 5 fatigue. If I move here, I'm obviously up against the Frost Unhold as well, though. Also, this sucks for Horik, because he's going to get hit, and that means staggering, that means no unstoppableness. I move here, I won't have 3 allies. But yeah, am I going to get that? I guess if this is a Berserk activation, I can move there. And will you be faster than... No, not faster than a Frost on Hold. However, this might be maybe better. There's a chance that we get to attack twice next round, and that's probably important. Yeah, the problem here is as well that... actually, yes, they do have the formidable approach. This one doesn't have it, but this one does. And they are likely to do the rotation thing, which reactivates it. Well, this one gets it. And they'll have a very high chance of hitting Carolus. So he is really in danger. Oric gets to attack this guy twice, after which we can start helping out with Sven here, with a disarm, maybe. I'll go for that move. I also do have a dog, but I don't think it's going to help. So let's not. God damn it, Hakon. I think I try to move away though, so that I get in a better spot. Not sure if it matters. If he manages to hit him, it's not like that bad. It's a bit bad, but it's not that bad. Okay, I could also use the taunt. I don't think that really does much. What's the riposte now? That may also not do much, but there's a chance it does something. Okay, Randolph is free to move. He is, well, technically bleeding, but not much. Also needs to reactivate Whirling Death. Well, Whirling Stance. We'll see if Carolus dies here. He probably won't yet, but next round it's a real possibility. Yeah, knocked away. Yeah. Yeah, they have such huge chances to hit there. Active 1. I think I just go for the kill. Here we get it. Yeah, Carlos might be dead. I do have the Surgeon though. Here, there's plenty of things I'd like to do. One would be just to recover, so I can do the Fresh and Furious thing again. Yeah, it's probably goodbye, Carolus. Well, struck down time for Carolus. So yeah, I could hit the Frost on hold as well, obviously. Can't really get to the Chosen because there's this one in the way. I guess I can wait and see. Could also just go for this one so that I can deal more damage with Dieter. Headshot would still be fine-ish. Now, Steel Brow, full helmet, so if you hit, go for the headshot. So if I move here, am I getting 3 allies for Fahad? It seems like probably not, unless I move Helmer as well. And it's probably better to just use the Voice of Davkul. So Bertwin, for example, probably just recovers. Leonhard is getting fatigued out, but they have another. They have 2 other targets now. Oh, wait. Okay, that's not good. That's actually kind of fine, and that's good. Okay. So now we can get 3 allies for Reforged if I wait with him. So yeah, Mattis and Carolus are in danger. Wait. Yeah, it's just going to be way too difficult to actually reach this position, so Sven is seemingly the only one who can really do anything there. Oric got a bit lucky, he's not staggered, so he can still attack twice. Okay, I think we keep on attacking here, we have enough to do things. Thrown like that, Anyway, so now if I go for the knockback, that at least prevents them from doing the rotation thing. Carolus is still likely going to be effed. Anyways, I can wait on that. There's no rush. With Mattis... Oh, he's actually breaking. We can't win this. Look at the battlefield, we're winning. A few of us may die, but that's the cost of doing business. Taunting does essentially nothing, so I guess I just keep on attacking. Yeah, I have the nets though. Use a net. But then again, if I net this one, that doesn't really help now, does it? So which one would I net and why? I guess this one. Skalag. It's a lot of fatigue and all of the action points apart from the second wind though. So I'm not sure if that actually really is a net positive or better rather than the options alternative. Got just attack despite the low chances. Don't want to attack the Frost Unhold, too much armor. Is there any world? No, I don't think so, in which Leonhard could reposition there. Unless maybe, just maybe, Skalak is dead, but that won't happen. Still go for it though. Okay, this one doesn't have armor, so I go for this one. Alright. And I guess we just go for the Frost Unhold. We need to deal with that anyway. That's 3 allies for Fahad as well. Repositioning inspires, though for Bertwin it won't matter, he's completely fatigued out. I think I start going for this one here. So yeah, I guess I go for the knockback, but that probably isn't enough to buy us even one round. Well, maybe. It's one less attack. I could also try to reposition here. So that means I would have the theoretical chance of using cover ally. Now I'm kind of wishing I had taken Line Breaker. That would have been good here. I could have used Line Breaker there and then use cover ally. For the future, I should keep that in mind. Something like that might be really, really good. I could also knock back another one. Does that help though? Don't think it does, like basically anything. Also, I don't have Indom active, so it's probably way too much of a risk trying to move. And I don't have the fatigue for it either. Yeah, knocking back does very little. I guess I just attack in that case. Just attack instead of riposte? Nope. Okay, that takes care of 2. You don't have a target. You can't risk moving away. Though, yeah, actually you can. You can. So if I manage to repel stagger this one, is there a chance? There's a better chance. Yeah, I think that's better than attacking here. So obviously, chances are low-ish. But I have... Getting hit staggers though, so there's one chance really, one realistic chance. Carlos also is back, so he can deal a bit of damage if he's allowed to. He's probably not allowed to though. I think it's worth trying here. We're at full health and armor, so taking damage here isn't that bad. We do succeed. We do succeed. Would imagine this chosen goes for the decapitation. Do you have a decapitation? You should have that, right? Come on. No, you have split shield. Well, if you miss or if it's a headshot, I can stop this one with N. Okay, so you just end there, I suppose. Randolph, can you really risk yourself? And if you can, against whom? I guess you just go the long way around. Start providing support there. Yeah, instead of going for the Frost Tunnel, though, if you go for that, then we keep the 3 allies for Fahad. And I guess you can still take a couple of punches. We'll see if the Frost Unhold will even be there. So yeah. I can cover ally with Sven, right? Yeah, I should be able to do so. Maybe it's fine now. I'll move here with Randolph. We can also be whipped though. Misses a 44. That's also good. Okay, so yes, cover ally instead of anything else. Hakon waits, I think. I would imagine that's the best call, because I might get to attack something. 23 miss. Knocked away, and that was the bone plating. So no staggering, which means still unstoppable. Okay, is it time to recover? I think so. Use of Davkul and move. Realize. Okay, careless. Dislocated shoulder. Can only attack once. Fractured hand, bleeding for 1. Mattis is still in trouble. I do want to kill this one, so I can't really move away. So I guess I'll move like here to make use of the second wind. So to save Mattis, can I save him? Now if I use cover ally or knockback or both, I suppose that may be the best chance he has, but I can wait on that. So I wait. Chance 41. Yeah, they do have high chances to hit. Sven has, well, only 35. Why is it only 35? I'm a bit confused. Why is that so low? What? Oh, your shield is getting... Is it getting disabled because of the fatigue? Was that how it works? We're at day 400 plus, and I'm unsure. Oh no, it's the cover ally. Oh, I'm so stupid. Well, let's not go that far. Let's say I'm just forgetful. Okay, so Hakon. We just move like here. Oh, you're fleeing. I didn't realize you're fleeing. Well, that means you probably die. Okay, well, rest in peace. Well, then again, a surgery. Well then, Mattis might get a bad enough permanent injury that I will let him go. But like I said that earlier, it's not really that big of a loss, I'd say. If so. Now you can just continue doing that instead. I mean, if Mattis is unable to handle a position like that, then he just wasn't strong enough. But now we've been stunned on Sven, which means no more cover ally. Somehow it's still there. Okay, that's probably an oversight. Might already be fixed in the current version of Reforged Hardened. Because that shouldn't be happening. If your ally who's covering you is stunned, how is he covering you? Maybe you just grab his unconscious body and move him in the way. Body shield. Anyways, what I can do is repel again. And then I can move Carlos away. And if this guy decides to flee, well, there's still 10 of them. But if he were to flee, then it's not really a big deal. It's not really a loss. Because he's no champion. Do the safer option there. Okay, Randolph. Activate that and go for it. Okay. So yeah, I was expecting them to do that at some point. Walks away from Leonhard. Now that's really not what I would have done. Not go for Peter specifically. Okay, and Carolus, like I said, Just walk away. Bertwin is back. Goes for this. There we go. Do you still want to fight? We shall find out. So I could just walk next to him if I really wanted to. I don't think that's a good idea. He's likely going to leave. And since Sven is stunned, we'll just let him, I'd say. But remains to be seen. No, it seems they're leaving. Now we'll see if someone like Dieter can maybe catch up. Oh, you're still fighting. How lovely. How brave. And now you're dead. Well, that's, I guess, maybe Valhalla worthy. For the bravery, not the actual performance. Okay, well, there we go. So one struck down, that's a pretty good result, I'd say. Could have gone even better, made a few mistakes. Okay, Mattis is back with partly collapsed lung. That's still fine. It only means recover can no longer be used. It's not fantastic, obviously, but it's fine. Okay, so we get two famed helmets and a famed armor. So the famed armor will, I think, be used. The helmets, probably not. Was it really worth the risk? Honestly, not really, but at least it was exciting. So indeed, that's that done. Now let's go back to Lugnestead. Let's also level Leonhard. And Sven. So plenty of injuries. Mattis with a permanent one. Oh, sure, actually do that. And it came very close for Carolus, but we were able to keep him from getting struck down. Oh, this one actually might be used. 262, weight 12. Maybe. Not quite as good as this one, because it's higher weight. Anyways, the armor. Just go ahead and equip this here. Hopefully we'll remember that it's there. I'll also put one of those on it. So that's likely going on Psalm 1, but not yet, because it's going to take a while. Anyways, I may decide that Mattis will actually be replaced. He was kind of an experiment. He still is an experiment. Okay, we find an old man with a jeweled ring. This time, travel safely. If it were the first 50 days, then I would demand the ring. And maybe even later than that, but we don't need money quite as badly as that. They want us to go to Waste and Start. We may take that, maybe. So sacrifice is going to trigger in 5 days at the earliest, if I'm correct. Anyways, let us sell things. I'll go ahead and sell this helmet. I think I'll use it. Okay, not that many things to sell. Make one more bone plating. Check the recruits. Gerlach here is a swordmaster who costs 7,000, so if I wanted to gamble on the brain damage lottery, then I could try it. To say you move like a Gerlach is perhaps the greatest honor a man can bestow upon a fellow warrior. Supposedly, he fought 20 men in his own garden, slowly picking and pruning his tomatoes with the same blade he was using to kill. During the orc invasion, Gerlach managed to kill a dozen greenskins single-handedly. Sadly, an impossible feat does not come without a price. His sword hand lost 3 fingers, and his lead foot's Achilles was severed. The man makes it impossible to get through his defense, countering everything offered, but he no longer has the jump in his step to attack back. Admirable but sad. There's also Ingmar the Legend. Ingmar isn't just a man's handle, it's a myth. A name used in place of words like war, combat and death. Some say he was left to sea for 300 days and there he learned, balancing on a piece of flotsam, how to move, how to fight and how to survive. Sadly, a horde of drunks fell upon his home, each hoping to become infamous by killing the famous swordsman. He slew them all, but not before taking irreversible injuries. The man has been robbed of his athleticism, but his knowledge has turned sword fighting into mathematics. So do I really want to do the brain damage lottery? We already did that once. But it is the gambler meme. If you stop gambling, you can't win. It is kind of a waste of money though. Very unlikely to succeed. So I will pass for now. Maybe at some point. Do I take the contract though? The money is not really that much of a consideration, but we might be going there like anyway, so I'd like to visit Swordfest again. So yeah, the sacrifice. Yeah, well I guess there's taverns around this area of the world. I was getting ahead of myself going south maybe though. Anyways, we're a bit hurt. Also yes, the temple. Not the tavern, the temple. expensive getting hurt. Okay, Mattis, okay, sure. We'll treat your injury. The one that can be treated. Okay, not sure if this is actually even going to make us any money, but sure, let's accept that. Because there might be something better to do if I want to do a contract in these places. But sure, let's visit. Oh, whoopsie daisy. We have been ambushed. Because I wasn't paying attention like a moron. How hurt are we? Not hurt. So we should be fine. But yeah, this is a forest ambush against undead. Also, okay, now I wish that the hardened quality of life wasn't there. I don't want to use a net in this fight. But anyways, overall it's better to have than not to have. Right, well, we'll mostly wait for them to arrive. So you can move away from that, though they cannot get there. So it's fine. There shouldn't be necrosavants, I didn't see any, so... You probably just handle that. Yeah, sure, just walk in front. Okay. Which ones do you choose? I guess these ones. Don't feel like I need to use or want to use anything yet, so let's just position like there. You can just hold with vigilant. Might be more still coming, but I don't see them. Slightly awkward positioning here. I'll actually probably just hold or... well, yeah, I'll just hold there. I'll do this. Alright, you silly ancient undead. You're mostly just wasting my time. Okay, so yeah, you just move there. Sure, use that. Kind of a waste, but use it. Okay, well, you can't get anywhere to do anything. Oh, hello. Just move back. Just hold where you are. So if indeed we're going to go with Leonhard and a Monolith tank, so for that battle it may be wisest to use the repairing armor, the Davkul aspect of Davkul armor. Even with Indom, he's going to get out damaged, destroyed. Because they just have such high chances to hit. .58 on Randolph, with 53 melee defense. This one is going to rise up, but he's taking his time. Should have recovered here. For fresh and furious. Okay, there we go. Raban level 11. 92 melee skill, only 16 melee defense. 120 fat and 101 hit points. And I'll take small targets here. Okay, so there we go. Raban is finished. Bertwin level 13. More fat. And Walther level 8 gets 2 perk points. I'll get the melee defense this time because he is going to be a hybrid. Let's take flexible. And let's take, I guess, the hybridization. So there we are. So the plan is to use a reach spear with him because he'll get the plus 15% reach advantage melee skill and 0 fatigue cost attacks as well. And his melee skill is only 70. I may give him some other weapon as well, though. We shall see. We shall see. Daggers would be interesting, but he'll have semi-low chances to hit. So here we may have been able to do an Alp contract, so taking the delivery, perhaps a mistake, but whatever. Overwhelming plays northeast from here. And let's go to Eggholz. Don't think I care about these recruits. Okay, so Schwertfeste. Also see orc tracks. Are they still alive? They're headed that way, it seems. Getting an orc champion would be nice. Will we get one in a wandering group here? Maybe. I'll chase them a bit. Many orc young. It's going to take a bit of time to catch up with them. I'll just go. On their tracks. They're not like next to us at the moment. I don't necessarily care unless they have a champion. Well, they might have had one. So here we are at Schwertfeste. Back to basics plus sure-footed squire. We would need brain damage though. Another back to basics squire. Okay, Sir Ulf is here. Now they can make Excellent bannerman. I would need the brain damage though. We've been searching far and low for a sergeant. So is it that much of a gamble to spend 5,000 and roll the dice? Well, I guess I could see if he actually has leadership. Don't remember if they always have it, but this guy does. He's also back to basics. He's bright, but he can still get brain damage, so it won't matter. Bright and quick. He's going to get minus initiative if he does get brain damage, though. Well, he's only 5,000. Let's spend the money. 2-star 53 resolve. Yeah, we can try. We can try. 2-star range defense, 2-star hit points. So not like fantastic. He also can't really do anything with the... Well, he does have carry, but he'd be wielding the banner. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's very unlikely he actually gets the brain damage. Actually, sure, you can carry that stuff. Sir Ulf, the brain damage wannabe. Do I even level him up here? Also, how funny of you to be talented at range defense and start at minus 10. So melee skill, no stars, 60. Melee defense, almost been rolled, no stars. No stars in fatigue. We could be doing better, but well, we have him. So we'll see if he gets it. Will he get the brain damage or not? I won't train him here though, but I will train Swain and Walther. Right, some supplies have been bought. Some things have been sold. Let's see if I can quickly find like a fight for brain damage guy. Mr. Brain Damage. The game show of brain damage. Will you be the lucky one? Or will someone else claim the prize eventually? Did not think I'd resort to the Surgeon Brain Damage Lottery, but here we are. Guess we could try to get brain damage on someone like a Witch Hunter. No leadership. Right, we move on to Wesenstadt. So 2 days until the sacrifice can theoretically trigger, and we still have Farid, who's not a cultist. Problematic. Check these contracts going south, and we don't currently want to go there. Find Cursed Mausoleum. Will that place have ghasts or necromancers? If so, it's probably beneath us, but it might not. It's dusk. Let's go to Thunfeste. We probably want to head back north pretty soon, though, for our standard tavern triangle. No, it's not. No, is it a triangle? Kind of, maybe. Some kind of geometric shape. You are not dumb. I will not gamble with you. Okay, it seems there's basically nothing here. What is this? Insta-railer. So, that's going back north. There's a tavern there. I guess I could do it. Fight some undead. Okay, fine. I will accept. Let's partake. Will we actually find a fight along the way in which the brain damage lottery can be attempted, though? We could theoretically do this place, but it's way too much of a risk, I'd say. Several fallen heroes, dozens of fallen soldiers, a few necromancers. So we have a couple of cleavers we can decapitate. Possessed fallen heroes is not something I want to face. They're ridiculous already. Anyways, we've made it here. So we'll defend this place next time. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you then.